I'm just checking in to show where my head's at. I'm moving a little slow this morning. I think, I was suffering from fatty liver for a while. Now I think I'm suffering from lean liver. I mean, I think I woke up this morning and my muscles had eaten every bit of my last reserve. So, I'm kind of moving a little slower. I've done about 50 push-ups. I've eaten some bulletproof oatmeal. Well, maybe not totally bulletproof, but the kind where I add nuts and butter and milk and sugar and cranberries and stuff. So it goes from 130 calories to like 400 something, that kind of thing. Maybe not that bad, because I did like a tablespoon of nuts and a tablespoon of cranberries and a quarter tablespoon of butter and like a splash of milk and a teaspoon of sugar and some cinnamon in there, so that kind of counteracts the sugar a little. I haven't had my whey shake yet, and I don't know, I woke up this morning to see if they'd posted the death toll on the train crash, because I was thinking about this guy that I used to teach English to. I think it's EDF, the French energy thing, and he was talking about high-speed rail on the West Coast. This was more than 10 years ago, I think, there was some kind of problem that kept coming to mind that I was trying to think about, and he kept wanting to talk about being gay, and I don't think I ever got around to mentioning whatever it was that was coming to mind. And I think it had something to do with there's so many gaps here. The way that labor is structured here, there's a lot of gaps. Nothing is anybody's job. And that was one of my recurring themes in a lot of my talks with a lot of my students. Nothing is anybody's job around here. If it's not specifically in their job description, nobody's liable but you. And, sometimes people find out somehow or another. I think Dad actually has people running around telling people that they could talk to the beneficiary directly, or they can talk to someone who's actually responsible for explaining things to them. And there are some people out there that think it would be better to talk to me directly. I don't really know why, because I just screw with them terribly. And there's a liability kind of thing in some of these contracts where if you're going to be doing things like this out in fishy places where they're doing a lot of experiments, then you will be financially liable entirely. And we set up meetings to explain all this stuff, and a lot of times people blow them off. They're kind of low priority. And anyway, yeah, so whoever's job it was to double check to make sure that the speed control was set, I guess there was a gap somewhere, and the conductor thought that it had been set, and so forth. And this shit happens here. You can't run things expecting that stuff to work here.